On Tuesday, Katie Maloney discussed her problematic relationship with Tom Sandoval in a podcast interview. The Vanderpump Rules actress, 37, talked about how Sandoval damaged her and why they never got along. She also discussed her sexuality after her season 11 hookup with Tori Keith and if she would ever consider getting back together with her ex-husband, Tom Schwartz. On the July 2nd episode of Not Skinny But Not Fat, Katie said, "Tom Sandoval was definitely very manipulative of Tom throughout our marriage, and the stuff that he said about me, just in front of me, in front of Tom. I want to know what that man said without me around. That is terrifying to me. He had a great impact on Tom, so much so that I can believe that over time, Tom Schwartz's perception of me shifted unconsciously. I don't want to attribute our breakup to it. Although there were many problems," she went on, "I don't think Tom Sandoval has had the most healthy influence on Tom Schwartz in several ways, our relationship and marriage being a huge one. Since Sandoval was both Schwartz's best friend and the ex-boyfriend of two of her closest friends, Kristen Doute and Ariana Madix, Katie claims she was forced to keep quiet about him for years. I've taken a step back and watched how Tom behaved toward me, my ex, and my friends. I've also seen how he spoke and treated him, taking control of him in a variety of ways. I find it repulsive." She acknowledged that I was unable to talk about so much for so long. Katie said, "I'm one of those people that has opinions that he does, and he doesn't like being called out, being challenged on things in response to the question of why Sandoval had never taken a liking to her. We used to constantly butt heads. There has been a past of events. Although Tom and I don't get along, there have been moments when we were closer and had a stronger friendship and connection." Katie said she would never get back together with her ex-husband, even though she and Schwartz had a wonderful friendship and shared many laughs throughout their marriage. This is because he has persisted in blaming other people for their relationship's breakdown. He hasn't, in my opinion, engaged in any work or treatment. He still feels the need to say something like, "Yeah, I get it, my family and the bar were going through a lot." "Sir, when are you going to talk about your involvement in our relationship and how you didn't support me emotionally and act like my feelings weren't real?" I asked. She said, "So much was lacking. I simply didn't have the deep affection that I needed in my life, a partner." She said, "I feel like he just didn't like me in some ways." Regarding her sexual orientation, Katie disclosed, "I never have come out as bisexual," pointing out that Tori wasn't the first girl she hooked up with. "Really, I don't identify as any one thing." Katie says she doesn't have a type either, just that she likes attractive individuals. Katie went on to say that she isn't dating right now in terms of her romantic life. "I'm not really interested in dating until someone is actually willing to take things seriously." Simply said, "It seems like a time waster." She said, "If someone wants to date me, they have to show that they deserve a place in my life." It has come to light that Katie Maloney does not maintain communication with her co-stars. Since everyone on the program seems to be close, the news shocked the viewers. She did, however, elaborate on the one person she has spoken to since season 11's conclusion. It's possible that Katie's hectic schedule is the reason she isn't keeping up with them. Continue reading to learn more. For a very long time, Katie Maloney and Ariana Madix have been attempting to start their sandwich store. It was given the name something about her. This has been produced for a very long period. In the end, fans began to question if this sandwich store would really open. Some individuals believe that they merely did it to gain attention and provide Vanderpump Rules fodder. That was untrue, though, since it is currently open for business. Ever since Tom Sandoval cheated on Ariana with Rachel Leviss, she has received acclaim. Several positive things have happened to her. She is filming Love Island USA right now in Fiji. Since the Vanderpump Rules Season 11 reunion, Katie has disclosed that she has not maintained communication with her co-stars. "He's not visible to me. I see nobody. If I did, it would be Ariana Madix, but she's filming Love Island USA in crazy Fiji. Ariana and I communicate frequently. I spent a good deal of last night's conversation with her, updating her on everything, although there is a significant time gap. All I can do is attempt to keep her informed about everything. But sometimes it's challenging because I want her to be present and involved in everything." This indicates that since their argument during the reunion, she has not spoken to Lala. As it happens, fans have heard more startling things than this. Ariana appears to be the only one with whom Katie stays in contact. The fact that Ariana is now in a different time zone has also prevented the two from speaking as often. Katie, though, is thrilled for her and can't wait to see what adventures she takes on. Katie must be quite busy operating something about her on her own right now. How do you feel about everything? Comment down below with your thoughts. During a recent podcast appearance, Tom Schwartz talked about the hardest aspects of his divorce from Katie Maloney and the regrets he had about their union. The 40-year-old Vanderpump Rules cast member also addressed fans' rumors that he's secretly crushing on Lala Kent and clarified whether or not he's thinking of moving in with Tom Sandoval. He also disclosed the most difficult part of his 2022 breakup with Katie. On the July 2nd edition of Zack Peter and Jeff Epstein's Disaster Daters, Schwartz said, "I think maybe the worst part was having your dream home and then having to go back to renting." When he reflected about his union with Katie, Schwartz acknowledged that he should have performed better. Just acknowledging emotions more frequently. He added that he was also a better listener. Having Katie vent more frequently without me passing judgment or my attempting to offer a solution too quickly. You know what I mean? As in, attempting to be too sensible. Now that he's talking about his possible infatuation with Lala, Schwartz acknowledged that he could have noticed her when she originally joined the Pump Rules cast in Season 4. Perhaps unconsciously, back when she first appeared on the scene. He continued, saying that although she was a fascinating character, I never felt compelled to act on her or that I was lustful. You know, I could respect her not just for her beauty, but also for her Pete sass or her spunkiness. I believe that her supporters are going too far. The question then shifted to whether Schwartz was still considering living with Sandoval, who had brought up the possibility in the 11th season of the show following his breakup with Ariana Madix. Well, it's still up for discussion. I would definitely lean towards saying no if you had to ask me today, but he shot back. I think I need my own space. Ahead of Season 12, Vanderpump Rules is not airing.